Blasphemy is, he said he knows the lies of them which say they are Jews. Do we call ourselves Jews today?
No, we don't.
Who call themselves Jews?
You know,
Caucasians.
Exactly, them Caucasians, right? God said, I know the lies of them which say they are Jews.
and are not.
And are what?
And are not.
God said they ain't the Jews.
Right.
So guess what? I'm not sure if you was here earlier. Jesus Christ was from the tribe of Judah, right?
Right. That's
Yes,
right.
sir.
We just explained how Christ was from the tribe of Judah. And he looks like this, not like this guy. The Bible does not describe him looking like that. Did you know that?
That's right.
Not at all.
You didn't know that. Let's get it real quick. Let's go back to Revelation. Because you got to understand something, bro. This is the greatest man who ever walked the earth.
That's right.
This is a perpetrator.
Right.
This guy right here, perpetrator. He put himself, once they forced their religion on our people, they forced their own image. And said, I'm the greatest man walking the earth, although I can't stand in the sun for 15 minutes.
Right.
This is what they say. These people right here. But we're going to show you that the greatest man to walk the earth looked like this guy, looked like your grandfathers. Read.
The book of Revelations, chapter 1 and verse 14. His head and his hairs were white like wool.
Is this man right here, is his head and his hair is white and woolly?
Hell no.
Now
Man,
he's going to say, hell no.
Teach him,
Exactly, it's not. But that image over here is, right?
Yes,
Go ahead.
sure.
As white as snow. And his eyes were as a flame of fire.
Is the whites of his eyes red? But what about that image? Strike two.
And his feet like unto fine brass.
Now let me ask you a question. Tell me your name again. Tyrion?
Yes, sir.
Tyrion, Mr. Tyrion. If I was to look at the top of your feet in a time where everybody wore sandals, would your feet be the color as the rest of your body?
T-Chalk.
It's not a hard question. It's really not.
It wouldn't be.
Why would it not be the same
I mean,
color?
it would be the same color because the sun.
Right. Can my face look like this and my feet look like this?
No.
It can't,
No,
right?
that's right.
It said, John was looking at Christ's feet and he said, it looks like what?
His feet like unto fine brass.
Look like polished brass. What is brass? What color is brass?
Black.
Black. Brass is brown.
That's
it's
right.
a derivative of brown.
Brown, yes.
Like a brass, you know, you ever seen brass instruments that has that kind of weird, to us it's like a polished weird color brown, right? It said Christ was brown, but it's going to tell you what complexion of brown he was.
Right.
All right, go ahead.
As if they burned in a furnace.
What did Christ look like?
As if they burned in a furnace.
It said Christ looked like he burned in a furnace, meaning his complexion was what?
No.
Black.
Black.
That's right.
We call it blue, purple, black. You know how we is. The tribe of Judah, we hostile to each other. Blue, black, that's what we call it. Jesus Christ looked like he was burned in a furnace. You would not, bro. This is nowhere near that color, nowhere near that complexion. So what we gotta, that's why John 8:32, let's get that. Go to John 8:32. This is the lie that we've been told for years and years and years. But today, you're gonna understand you're amongst the prophets of God. We're gonna tell you thus said the Lord. John 8:32.
The book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth.
We're gonna know the what?
And ye shall know the truth.
Not only is it God's commandments, but you're gonna know the greatest man walking the earth is a black man according to the Bible.
That's right. And the truth shall make you free.
God said the truth is the only thing that's gonna set us free. Now let me ask you a question, Tyrion. When a black man puts a red shirt on and a black man puts a blue shirt on and they start killing each other, who is it affecting? Is it affecting the Chinese man or the Arab man? And who is it affecting?
Us.
It's affecting us, right?
That's right.
But we're here to show you that where it came from was this image. Because they tell us, we ain't nothing. Give me Deuteronomy 7 and 6. They say the black man today, we ain't nothing.
Right.
That's why we have this image in our mind as God.
That's right.
So all we can do is, our
them,
sisters
Mark.
put their horsehair in their head, paying hundreds of dollars to look like the white woman. They put blue contacts in their eyes to look like the white woman.
That's right.
But the white woman put thousands of dollars in her lips to look like you.
Right.
Does that make any sense?
Teach
No,
us.
because we're God. Hey, the boys are laughing. But you see what it is. It all starts from this lie that they gave us. The greatest man walking the earth was never the Caucasian man.
Right.
Read. Deuteronomy 7 and 6.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7 and verse 6. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said the Israelites are a holy people.
Right.
Your father most likely was American black, right? From the tribe of Judah. We
That's
already
right.
showed you what the Jews look like today. That's us walking this earth. God said the black Hispanics and Native Americans, we are what?
And art an holy people unto the Lord thy God.
God said we are separate. You understand that? God said we're separate than everybody else.
That's right.
And and on the downside, you see it the way we're treated. Everybody looks down at us as a nation of people.
Right.
But
Right.
it's because we lost that glory.
That's
Read.
right.
The Lord thy God have chosen thee to be a special people unto himself, above all people, above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
God said we was above all people walking the face of the earth. All people. Do you know what that means?
Yes, sir.
Go ahead, explain it to me. What does that mean? If God says we're above all people, what does that mean for us?
First, chosen his attribute. We are
I'm asking you too.
in his image.
Why you go off to the side, bro? Come back over here. Huh? Oh, no, you good, bro. Stay right here, man. You good. What is that? If we're above all people, what does that mean?
We are God's attribute. We're in his image.
We got God's
We are,
attributes, his image. I like that. Give me some more.
We are the essence of God. I mean,
Exactly. I like that. The essence of God, the
like
power.
said,
You got that for me
they
also?
came in his image.
It's in Lamentation, talks about the crown. It's 4 and 3, I think. Somebody please find that for me. Keep going with what you're saying.
It's deep.
So look, what we got to understand, when God said we're the greatest nation above all people, that's why he had to take us down so low. Get that Lamentation 5:16. I'm going to show you something real quick. Because you said earlier, we're the essence of God. Watch this.
The book of Lamentations, chapter 5 and verse 16. The crown is falling from our head.
God said the crown has fallen from the black, Hispanics, and Native Americans. There was a period on earth called the Dark Ages. You familiar with that?
Bring it out.
The Byzantine Empire, the Dark Ages, Renaissance era. There's a time period when we, not only did we have our glory, but we had power ruling this earth.
Yes,
God
sir.
said the crown, our rulership has failed. Read.
Woe unto us that we have sinned.
Do what?
That we have sinned.
Why did God say he took the crown from us? Because we sinned against God.
Right. Bring it
We
out,
sinned
huh?
against God.
Right.
That's why he brought us low. Give me Deuteronomy 28 now. We read right here, God said we was a great people on this earth, set above all people in his own image. But now today, we live in ghettos.
Right.
Now today, we live paycheck to paycheck.
That's right.
How you doing, bro?
Deuteronomy 28.
Oh, shoot, you got me. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass,
This is a future prophecy. He said it was going to come to pass.
Come on, bro.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
What does it mean to hearken?
Read and listen.
Exactly. Read and listen. That's what it means to hearken. God said if we wasn't to hearken,
To observe, to do all his commandments.
All his what?
All his commandments
Read.
and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
God said if we didn't listen to his commandments, curses will come upon us.
That's right.
We read today, how is it that we was once the glory of God, now today we low to the earth?
Teach up.
Because we
Yeah,
broke
right.
God's commandments. Y'all understand that? Verse 16.
Verse 16. Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
God said what?
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Look around. Are we cursed in the city?
Hell yeah.
Do we die in the same city?
Yes,
Right.
sir.
That we bang each other over?
Right.
We do, right? God said we was going to be cursed in the city. That's one of the punishments that God set upon our people. Verse 37.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 37. And thou shalt become an astonishment.
God said another thing. I was going to take the crown off your head, you was going to become an astonishment. Now, instead of you ruling the earth and everybody respecting us as a nation of people, now people laugh at us. Now all they say we're good for is to put a ball through a hoop.
That's right.
To run a 40-yard dash on a football field.
Right.
That's what they look at us for entertainment.
Right.
Sing me a song. Dance, nigga, dance.
Right.
That's what they do to us.
That's
Read.
right.
A proverb.
A what?
A proverb.
That's a wise saying. Y'all know what a wise saying is about the black man? I'm
You know.
talking about 3 black men right here. You know what they would say about us? We don't take care of our kids. Don't they say that about us?
Yes.
Some men actually take care of their kids, right? But
That's
there's a
right.
little bit of truth to that. They say all black people like watermelon and what?
Chicken.
There you go.
Chicken.
That's a proverb.
Right.
Everybody don't like fried chicken, but some of us do.
Right.
They say we like grape soda. That's a byword. We have become these type of things to the other nations. After we was the glory of God.
Right.
What did we do that made us, or that put us in this situation? Let's make sure y'all paying
Sin.
attention.
You know.
Sin, which is, what is sin?
Rebellion against God.
Rebelling against his laws.
Against his laws.
I'm saying this for
The
a
laws,
reason,
yeah.
because we're about to find out today if y'all are going to be rebellious against the laws in a second. Go ahead.
Right.
In a byword.
And a what?
In a byword.
What is a byword?
Byword is, goddamn me,
Do you believe in this or not?
No. A byword is what being called something outside of what God called us.
Right.
God called us Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Ephraim, Manasseh, so on and so forth, right? But guess what? Through that census, the white man called you African American, Puerto Rican,
Colored.
Mexican,
Right.
Haitian,
That's right.
Guyanese. They call us these different names outside of what God called us.
Right.
Do y'all understand that? Is that it? After that, go ahead, finish it off. Let's get 1 Corinthians 11.
Among all nations, whether the Lord shall lead thee.
Whether the what?
Whether the Lord shall lead thee.
God said no matter where we go on this earth, we're going to be called bywords and proverbs. We can go to China today and they'll say, nigga. They'll still do it to your face.
Right.
You can go to Korea, they'll still call you
I've been
niggas.
there.
They go to Germany, you can go to Alaska, they still going to call us nigga no matter where we go
That's
on earth.
right. That's right.
That is a curse from God. We got to understand that. Again, we was once the glory and the essence of God in your words. But guess what? Now we're not today.
Right.
Now I'm going to show y'all brothers a commandment that you can show God right now that you're repenting of or that you want to repent of. Right now. One easy commandment. Let's get it.
Start verse 3.
Start at verse 3.
The book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 11 and verse 3.
Bring it up.
But I would have you know that the head of every man is Christ.
So the head of every man is Christ. He's going to give us an order that he said on the earth. He said the head of every man is Christ. Y'all understand what that means?
Every man know.
Every man, the head of Christ is who we follow. That's what it's saying. Go ahead.
And the head of the woman is the man.
The head of the woman is the man. Y'all understand that? So who's supposed to lead the house?
The man.
The man is. Who are we supposed to follow? Christ.
That's right.
Christ is the man's
Yeah,
head.
Christ, say
The
it.
woman's head is the man. Okay, go ahead.
And the head of Christ is God.
The head of who?
And the head of Christ is God.
Christ follows the Most High God. Read.
Every man.
Every who?
Every man.
Who are we talking to right now? Who are we addressing?
A man.
The man. The man. The man. The man.
Man. That's right.
Praying or prophesying.
If you're praying to God or you're prophesying, meaning you're reading the Bible, if we're in the midst having a conversation about the Bible, y'all brothers are listening to the scriptures,
Yes, Lord.
that's the midst of prophecy, right?
Right.
Having his head.
Having his what?
His head
His crown.
covered.
If you have your head covered,
Dishonoreth his head.
what does that mean?
Teach up.
You know.
Every man, I'm looking at 3 men in front of me right now. What is the difference between y'all 3 and the rest of us?
Because
There you go.
y'all
All
ain't
praise
got
to the
your
Most
head
High.
covered.
That's right.
Okay.
All praise.
Okay. No.
Brother took his hat off. There you go. Take it off. None of us. You see that, bro? You see how easy that was? God said, every man doing that, you're showing disrespect to God.
That's
We
right.
just went through a couple scriptures to show you how come we're at the bottom of society.
Right.
It's because simple things like that, most of our brothers won't do.
Right.
Many brothers will not take their hat off when they come learn from us. They be like, no, I'm good, man. I keep my hat on. How hard is it to just do this?
Yes, sir. Yes,
You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it might be chilly outside, but guess what? Our head been uncovered the whole time.
Bring it up.
Perfectly fine.
Yes, sir.
So now I'm gonna show you. We showed you one law. I'm looking at you right now. I'm gonna show you another commandment that you got to learn to follow. All right? Give me Leviticus 21. Hey, somebody get a Bible dictionary for me. I see one over here. You know what I want, right? Go ahead. Leviticus 21 and 5. I'm gonna show you another commandment that you can do easy. You literally don't have to do nothing to keep this commandment. Go ahead.
This is the book of Leviticus, chapter 21 and verse 5. They shall not make boldness upon their head.
What are we not supposed to do?
They shall not make boldness upon their head.
So another commandment that God said when we was coming out of Egypt, you familiar with that history, right? When we was coming out of Egypt, the Israelites, because that was us. He told us not to bald our head like the Egyptians. That was their custom. So today, when we got the Michael Jordan going on, the big razor, God said we're not supposed to bald our head. You can get a haircut, but you're not supposed to make it bald like that. That's the law that we read. Go ahead.
Neither shall they shave off the corner of their beard.
What is the corner of your beard? That's this. God said don't shave this off. So are you guilty of that commandment? You might not have known that though, right? But guess what? Now you understand that partially of the reason why we dying, literally, why the God is killing us in the streets, or our brothers, only black men get razor bumps.
Right.
Because we ain't supposed to shave your face off.
Right?
God is telling you that's a commandment. You didn't know that, did you? In Deuteronomy 28, it tells you he will put the razor bumps on your face. Because guess what? Look at the men out here today. We all got beards on our face.
That's
and
right.
I'm gonna show you how important it is to have a beard on your face. Because when they took us off the slave ships, they made us shave our whole body. And what did they call us?
Bring it out.
They didn't call you by your first name, did they? What they call you?
Bring it out.
Coon nigga.
Cool nigga, but they called you boy.
Right.
They didn't call you a man or acknowledge you as a man. They called you boy for a reason. Because boys and children and women are the only people on earth that have no hair on their face.
That's right.
Read that. Let's get the Bible dictionary.
This is the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary. Beard, a badge of manly dignity.
Of what?
A badge of manly dignity.
That's why they shaved our face in captivity when we was in the chains. Because a beard is a badge of manly dignity.
We used to scream black power while Heron was pushed. But at the end of the day, nothing's in vain. IUIC has been given a vision. The tents of Judah has risen. Many has attempted the mission. Minor murmuring, omitting, and missing the mark. Just reading that he had the flame of fire in his eyes gave us the spark. We on Paul's mission. We out on the road, purple and gold. From Mexico, Cuba, Haiti, Ghana, Sierra Leone. 144,000 boots banging, concrete crackling. These are our men repented at heart. The scriptures is proof. IUIC, we deliver the truth.